I made a cost of living video the other day, put it up. Um, I thought it was fairly interesting. I think a lot of people enjoyed it or thought it was informational, but I got a really interesting comment on there, and I want to talk about it. And just, I'm going to read the comment in a little bit, but just to paraphrase, I don't think any gringo, 99% of gringos would never live in a rental house that's less than $300. I'm going to get into that in a minute because it's very interesting. In about 1 minute. Guys, I'm Michael Allen for TravelCostaRicaNow.com. Yes, the relocation retreat is on and it's almost full. Oh my God. I cannot wait. If Costa Rica's on your radar, 6-7 day event, man. It's full of information. You get that you meet the best of contacts, and trust me, that's worth the price of admission by itself, just the contacts. But it's half vacation, all this information. We have a great freaking time, and I think at the end of it, you'll know if Costa Rica is right for you or not. Well, I guess I'm supposed to say, or honey, we're going to Belize. If you're interested, and even if you're seeing this video a year from now, all you have to do is go in the description and the link will still be updated on the date, the date, and all the info is there. Link in the description. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do, man. I just can't tell you. If you don't do YouTube, you just have no idea how rough they're making it for the solo YouTuber. Want to see video? Actually, I'd tell you to hit the notification bell, but honestly, that doesn't really do shit. It's supposed to go out to you. Any video I ever put up, it does not. Hey, I got this new thing, way to donate. You can buy me a cup of coffee if you want to show any kind of appreciation of all, the 16 years of videos and information and all that kind of stuff. And just want to have a fun way of showing appreciation. You can buy me a cup of coffee, or 5 or 10. A lot of you guys have already done. I really, really appreciate it. I got my best cup out for this one, though. My best cup. What else? That's it. Yeah, buy me a coffee, relocation retreat, and please subscribe. All right, so here's what okay, you can go to the video. I just put cost of living, whatever, a few days ago. This was a very interesting comment. I haven't seen the place where you live, but after living in Costa Rica for 20 plus years, I do know that 99% of gringos would not be comfortable in any home that rents for under $300 a month. Not comfortable. 99% of you could not live in my house. All right? So now this is very interesting because he's not wrong. 99% might be a bit hyperbole, but if it's not 99%, it's pretty close because I've done videos a lot on my home, simple living, that kind of thing. And a lot of people say that, and he's totally not wrong. So I'm not making, I've got no problem with that comment. I would actually agree with it. But I do remember I responded, I think the day he put it up a few days ago, and I think I said, sweet. That means I made the right decision. I don't know. I just like to mess around with some comments every now and then. So what I wanted to do was, what is the simple life, man? What's the simple life? So, hey, man, if you got money, if you just got money, you want to buy 5 houses and 3 cars in Costa Rica, you want to do you. I got no problem. I would do it. I would do me. If you like nice things, if you like to surround yourself by nice things, do that. I would do it. I would do it. I'm going to apologize right now. I am not a professional orator, okay? I can say things that, what the fuck, Mike? Why'd you say that? So I'm going to apologize right up front. What I'm going to try to do is just give you my philosophy of what the simple life is. I don't want it to come across like I'm making fun or mocking people that don't like live the way I do or agree with my, that I'm not making fun of anybody. I think, you come down here, you do you, man. Whatever that means, do you. But I can't help it in my head. A lot of times when I meet people, I hear their stories, I'm kind of going, what the hell are you living down here for? But whatever, just in my head, I don't give people a rough time. Again, do you. I'm a big, big proponent of doing you because I do it. So I presented the relocation retreat about culture here, and I asked this question, I think in the beginning of my little chat. I say something like, what do you think is going to draw you to Costa Rica? Why is Costa Rica on your radar? Um, and the answers, they get to pick. They got to pick one. So lead a simple life, live cheaper. They're just upset with wherever the hell they live and they want to get out. And you know about the beauty and the weather, and you want to go for that. Like, kind of maybe the reason people go to Florida, something like that. I'm sure, well, maybe you can, but the number one answer every time I've done this, simple life. Everybody says they want the simple life. Well, what's that mean? What does simple life even mean? So I'm going to do my philosophy on this. And again, my apologies if I sound like I'm attacking another way of living here. Okay, so I think the first thing that I have to say is I live under $300. I live in this house that I'm in right now. I've been here for 7 years, I think, maybe more. I don't know, más o menos, they say, more or less. I choose to live here. All right. I do not have to live in this house. I could upgrade. All right. Just so we're clear, because I think some people might be mistakenly thinking that, I'm on a tight budget, and I made a lot of videos. Living here for $1,000. I've done the cost of living and stuff, but I'm just saying, in my situation right now, I can live in a nicer rental property. But it is true. I lost a lot of money when I moved down here 18 years ago. I got, you guys, some of you know those stories. Doesn't even matter. But so I kind of had to start over. So it is true that I couldn't go buy out some land and a decent house right now. I do not have the cash for that. But as far as a rental property, I could do a lot better than where I'm living right now. Is if you want to, view it as in, a bigger house, a bigger yard, nicer things and stuff. I could definitely upgrade. So I think that's important to know. I do not have to live in this house or for under $300. Okay. So that's, I think, a big point. I didn't make this up, obviously, but somebody said the best things in life aren't things, right? In my other life, I had things, man. I won a fucking house on a reality show, $1 million property. I had things, it took me a long time. I started doing good in my business, what I used to do. And my wife and I accumulated things, houses, cars, leather couches, nice antiques. I had things, man. I had things. So I just want to make that clear too, that, I'm not searching for more things. So I experienced having things, and I understand why people would want to be maybe surrounded by, let's say, nice things. Now, unfortunately, I don't care about things. I've given all my things away. I have very little personal items. I know I've mentioned that before. I have a baggie full of some personal pictures. I have my journals. That's about it. If you came in my house and you saw something under like you saw my popcorn maker that's been sitting there for like 5 years, and you wanted it, I don't use it. I will give it to you. I have no use for things. I don't care about things. I don't care about accumulating things. To me, I have needs. I just satisfy my needs, not my wants. Well, I don't want anymore for really anything. I'm not looking for, that picture, kind of like I said, I think in my cost of living video. I had a big place. I've had places in Vegas. I had a condo and a very nice house. And again, I don't like things. And it's not that I don't want to be like, have it. My problem is when you have nice things and a big place and a nice yard and it's manicured and you have your pool, you got your cars, you got all your stuff, you got 4.5 baths in your house and a mother-in-law's unit. All I see with that is work and distraction. And all I know is it's going to be a lot of people coming to my house every week. The gardener, probably the maid. I'm not cleaning that house, man. I'm not cleaning that house. I'll give back to somebody that maybe needs a job or something. But that's not the thing. I just don't want to see, I don't want people around me all the time in my house kind of invading my privacy. Gardeners, maids, maintenance. You have a big house, shit happens here, man. You're going to have the internet guy over here, the plumber guy, because that's clogged over there because they didn't put the right pipes in. I don't like people in my house. So it really, to me, comes kind of down to that. I would never, if I had $250,000 to spend, I would not buy a house. I wouldn't, because I don't care about the house. I can only be in one place at a time, this couch or that bed or whatever. Although, maybe a pool boy. No, I'm just saying I don't want a bunch of people in the house. And that's a weekly thing, invading privacy, coming in when they, kind of Chico timing it and, waiting around. So just that alone would drive me nuts. And the other thing, to me, when you're always on the prowl to buy things or looking for the new leather couch or paint the house, or you're always continuing, or thinking of new upgrades and thinking of we should do this, we should do that. Now, again, my thoughts. I'm not cutting on anybody that does, things like this. To me, it's a life of distraction. We have to go to the store. My time is very important to me, and I don't like to waste it on trivial pursuits. I view them as trivial pursuits. I'm not saying you do, all right? So leave me alone in the comments. This is my philosophy. So to me, all that stuff is distractions of like living a life, or maybe reflecting on my own life, or, just keeping my thoughts, from, I don't know, being in my head, thinking about things I need to think about and do. I don't want to be distracted by, oh my gosh, the Joneses got a leather couch. I need a better leather couch, and I need to go find one and, do my homework and research and stuff. All that stuff of buying things and painting things and doing things, just, to me, it's just distraction. So now the problem with this is my mind is not the best place to live in, when I'm caught up in some darkness. So it's almost like I wouldn't mind maybe, hey, we need to put in a pool, and then concentrating on that pool for the next 3 months so my brain could be somewhere else, be busy with something else than be stuck in my own head. So I would say that, those distractions can play a nice role in your mental health. I have to kind of face my feelings because there's nothing here to distract me from them. So I guess that's more what I'm saying. I'm pretty in touch with my anger, my sadness, my state of mind, are you drinking too much? Are you doing this? Are you treating people right? Should you have really said that? Did you just lie to that person? I have to look at those things. I have to reflect, because there's nothing else to distract me, So I don't know I think you guys are catching that. So that's kind of how I view it. But again, that can suck. Now, I also think this life of mine that I've somehow got into is a lot less stressful, because again, there's not, I don't have things. I don't have things to maintain and things to do. And, I don't know. To me, it's a lot less stress in my life. The other big thing is, I hope you guys are with me on this. I don't want to be convenienced that much. I don't want to be automated that much. I don't want to be that comfortable. I don't want to be what? So I get so convenienced. My house is so nice. Things are so good that I basically sit on this freaking couch and don't move because everything is so automated, so at the touch of my fingers, at my beck and call. On the phone, hey, why aren't you cleaning my pool? Hey, when are you coming over to do my dishes? Hey, when you come over, what kind of food are you cooking for me tonight? I don't want it easy. I don't want it easy. I don't want that. I don't even want to have to think about that kind of stuff. I have a car. If it's raining, I walk to the store, man. I don't go, oh, well, I don't want to get in the rain. No, I wanna make sure that I'm not getting soft. You know what I mean? I think when you surround yourself and like, I want to be comfortable, I have to live a comfortable life. I think you get soft and fat. You know what I mean? So I don't really want to be, when I make my coffee, I still use that freaking sock, man. The sock, the Costa Rican sock, you boil the water, I use that. Now I have a coffee maker. I got to get up and I got to boil freaking water. And I'm sure everyone's going, hey, man, you got extra money? I'm going to get me a coffee maker because I want to make my life a little easier. And I just think, I know this is stupid, but to me, it's a slippery slope of just a total convenience. And a lot of people that I know here, not everybody, but a lot of people that have a lot of things, will say, that accumulate a lot of things, have the bigger houses, have the things, little soft, just saying. Now, again, do you? I'm just saying this is for me. I as I'm getting older, I don't know, I don't want to melt into my couch, I don't know. I don't know if you guys are with me on that, but I'm kind of I'm mind and body. Those are the things I'm working on the most. Mind and body. I'm trying to keep I want to keep my health costs later. I don't want to. I've been doing things for a long time. My diet's always been good. I've always, exercised. I try to be proactive instead of reactive. So what's all that comfort? Your nice couch when you weigh 200 pounds and now your health is failing. You know what I mean? Not everyone. I'm not stereotyping everybody that's got a nice house. I'm just saying. So to me, my distraction is going to be on me, my mind and body, as opposed to, should we get that pool or should we get the jacuzzi that seats 6? And it's just constant that. There is no other conversation about, life. I don't know. So the other thing with me is success, status, judgment. I mean, no disrespect, but it's the easiest way to say this. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. You know what I mean? It's like, because when you live that kind of life, man, that's stressful right there. I'm not trying to impress you. I don't care. Man, Michael, if he had a couple extra dollars, maybe he could get a nicer shirt. Maybe he couldn't be such a. I mean, now if my mom told me that, I might be a little upset. Someone that you really care about. And I love you guys and stuff, but I don't do anything to impress you. I don't technically care what you think, about, oh, is Mike successful? Well, yes, in my mind I am. And you know what? That's all that counts. That's all that counts. I don't care if you think I'm successful or not. I don't care what my status is. Matter of fact, I don't even really like rich people, to be honest with you. I used to hang around them a lot. I find them very pretentious and boring. So it's not my tribe anyway. So I don't really like that, but I don't know, that kind of stuff. I don't know if that's a superpower. I've been pretty good about it. I've always been out the box anyway. And if it bothered me what people thought, I probably would have put a gun to my head a long time ago, because I wouldn't have been able to take it, because I, again, can sometimes go sideways and out the box. So, there could be a lot of judgments out there, or, thinking certain things, but that stuff just doesn't bother me. I've said this before too. I think time is the biggest commodity, not money. It's my time. And to me, all those things and people come into your house is bothering my time. You know what I mean? So to me, the time is more important than the money. You got to have money, right, to live. I understand that. It totally would. Yeah, of course. But to me, time is way more important. And the other thing I do now, obviously, I have to go to San Jose and get my residency. I have to go to the bank sometimes. I have to do some things I don't want to do. But I'll bet you I'm close to 90%. I do not do anything I don't want to do. So I definitely don't want that gardener coming over twice a week, and I got to go to the door and he cut my roses down and shit. And so I don't know. I'm just, as I've lived here so long, I just see the importance of time, and especially as I'm getting older. So if I'm going to have time, I want to spend it doing the things I want to do, I guess. I view money for me in my life, two things. Traveling and giving back. That's it. So if I ever come into some money, we'll say like, I win the lottery, which I don't play, so that's not going to happen. But if I ever came into some money, I wouldn't go, oh my God, I got to get out of this house. I'm going to go buy a big, 3-bed. I would never do it. I might get a little bit better car just because my car's a piece of shit as far as going up hills and stuff. It's a little cheap engine, and I'd probably upgrade more of the engine than the car, but never as a status thing. So to me, my money is traveling and giving it back, which I'm not going to say that because then, that's what I do. So that's it for me with money. I had all those things, not impressed with myself with those things. So I like the simple stuff. I don't want to live in a cave. You could say, well, Mike, you could downgrade even more. Well, to me, this is what that I accept. I wouldn't really want to go too much less than this. I don't want to live in a shack out in the woods. You know what I mean? So just like you may not want to live in my house, you're like, yeah, I'm not going that far down. I do have a little bit of a red line, I suppose. The other thing I like is if shit ever hit the fan, I can be ready to go in about 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I don't go sell nothing. I do have a car. I might have to sell the car. But other than that, actually, I'd probably just give it away. But I don't have to worry about anything. I could just kind of leave, and I think I kind of like that too. I really like the fact that I'm not really tied. Now, I know a lot of people like that. A lot of people like to be tied to a place. Although I do love Fortuna in a sense, so I don't, so I guess I am maybe a little bit. But if it came down to it, somebody said, Mike, let's go to the Philippines for a minute. Yeah, let's go. I can be ready in a couple minutes. Anyway, guys, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. What do I got wrong? What did I miss? Now, to me, this is a lot of philosophical stuff at which I could have talked way more and gone down much more rabbit holes. This was more of a generalized thing. But I just think everyone needs to define what does simple life mean? Because everybody says that's what they want. Everybody says simple life. Well, what the hell does that mean? Does it mean having a big ass house, having everything you want? And I don't know. What's that mean? Anyway, guys, hope you got, don't judge too harshly. I'm Michael Allen, travelcostaricanow.com. Hey, man, my videos are going to pop up. Thinking about traveling or living anywhere, especially if it's Costa Rica, I'm going to put my videos up against anybody. Who talks to you? Nobody talks this stuff. Nobody talks this stuff. Puts himself out on the line. That's why you need to buy me a coffee, damn it.